Apple making a major move to become a dominant player in the automotive industry. This move came today through the Wall Street Journal. And here's the news. Apple is designating its efforts to, quote, build an electric car as a committed project, has set a target shipping date for 2019. So start saving your shekels. This is according to the Wall Street Journal. Leaders of the project, codenamed Titan, have been given the green light to triple its 600-person team. Joining us now to toss this one around, FoxNews.com automotive editor Gary Gastelu and Fox Business correspondent Ling Kent. Gary, I'm just wondering if this news didn't come out to kind of wash over the bigger news this morning that they had a hack attack at their app store.
Yeah, this is true. And it is, this is the kind of news that they want out there. There's no way someone's just leaking this. This project's too big. It's too important for them to just leak some sort of secret like that. It's interesting. I really didn't think Apple wanted to build a car. Much like Google said, they don't want to build a car. They want to build tech to sell to other car companies. It's an interesting move. Right now there's 80 million cars a year that you can license your technology to. They're apparently going to start building their own car. It's just kind of interesting that they think other companies might still want to work with them when they're building their own car, being a competitor on the road. Be interesting to see what they come up with, though. I mean, what's going to be different about this? I don't know that anybody out there right now is dying for someone to reinvent the car.
Apple always does things differently. Remember the old Think Different, Joe, those commercials. But who should be nervous about this? And maybe it's even Apple, because it's not easy to start up a car company.
Think about all the capital that's involved and all the different types of technology that they don't currently have mastered yet, and maybe they do in their secret labs, but very much still in the early stages. Tesla is one company to really look at. Of course, you also have the Nissan Leaf, the Chevy Volt, BMW, the Toyota Prius. That is the big car that really does very well, that may actually be the lower end. We don't know what kind of car Apple is looking at making, if it would be a higher end, like their phones are right now, or if it would be something a little bit more accessible. But I talked to Dan Ives of FBR Capital Research, an analyst who is obsessed with covering Apple, and he said this is very much a consumer play. He says they're slowly trying to transition from hardware to software, and yet they're still going after this automobile. They say the living room and the auto is what they're going to be focused on. That's what he is projecting as he looks at the health of Apple stock.
Aside from going up against Tesla, they'll have to go up against Porsche. Just last week, we were doing the Porsche story. Porsche came out with a concept car called the Mission E. They already have assembly lines to make the shell of the car. All they have to do is get the software. That's the Mission E. Why bother waiting around till 2019 for an Apple car, Gary, when you can eventually, sooner than that, get that or a Tesla?
And by 2019, everyone's going to have a very good electric car. Right now, there's really only two, the Tesla and the Leaf. But by then, every company will be making them. And one of the interesting things about that Mission E is that it does answer a question. It can supposedly charge its battery in 15 minutes and give you 250 miles worth of charge. That's the one thing about electric cars that people don't like right now. And it's why Tesla sells well, because it does have a car that can go 250 miles, still takes an hour or so to charge it up. But that quick charging battery is really the technology people need. Apple's phones aren't exactly known for their battery life.
They certainly aren't known for that. But if you look at how many people are interested in driving hybrid cars right now, like we just talked about, you may see by 2019 a shift in affordability, battery life, technology, smart cars. And again, this Apple car won't be a driverless one, but it may also incorporate technology that they've been working on on that front. And then you have a competition to go up against
These
Uber.
things have got to become more affordable. I mean, the Ford all-electric Focus is probably one of the more affordable ones, the Chevy Volt, but come on. I mean, everybody wants to look at the Tesla and the price of the Focus.
Well, Tesla's supposed to be giving us that in a couple of years.
Right, the $30,000 one, which is still really expensive.
Exactly.
Right?
We'll see when exactly that goes on sale. It might not be until 2019 for all we know, the way Tesla pushes their dates back. Look, Apple's got $200 billion in the bank. They can go out and buy Chrysler right now for $15 billion, the entire company. Building a car themselves is not going to be hard. They've already been hiring engineers, a lot of staff to make it happen.
And this doesn't rule that out, by the way. This is just focusing and saying we're committed to this idea.
Well, we still have black helicopter people telling us that this was because they wanted to take the bad headline off the news ticker today, which is that they got hacked in their app store. All right, it's fascinating stuff. We shall see.
Certainly don't want your car getting hacked either.
No,
so maybe not the best day for that kind of move.
2019, mark it on the calendar. Ling Kent and Gary Gastelu, thank you very much.